Hello, I'd like to welcome our guest, Dwayne Thompson, that's joining us at the International Facility Management Association International Gathering in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm David Merritt, I live in Enviro, USA, and I've asked our State Representative Dwayne to drop by and just tell us a little bit about what he does, a little bit about Tennessee maybe, and some other subjects such as maybe barbecue and just who is Music City in Tennessee. So Dwayne, want to tell us a little bit about that?
I'll do my best. Hi, I'm Dwayne Thompson. I am State Representative from District 96. Now, nobody knows the numbers of districts, so I just tell people I represent much of the Cordova area in Memphis and Shelby County, as well my new district going in town all the way to Midtown. And what I do is I try to represent my constituents, just a little less than 70,000 people, and make sure that they get the services that they're entitled to as residents of the state of Tennessee. And also I try to vote, promote legislation and also bills myself that really serve the interest of people in my district, Shelby County, and the state as a whole, and many different issues, anything from education, transportation, health care, criminal justice systems, and just many other things too. And also, and I think that David and Carolyn are particularly interested in a good business climate for all of our state too. So we can prosper as the extent we can.
I agree. That's very important. Having a good business climate means everything, because after all, as businesses grow, they need help, which creates jobs, which brings people out of some very unfortunate situations much of the time. At any rate, so thank you for that, Dwayne. And you're a Memphis native, I understand.
I'm born and raised in Memphis, and typical native Memphian. My parents came from rural areas around the area, the Mid-South, to find work, to find jobs, and get out and escape poverty. And they were never wealthy, but they were just hard-working people that raised me and made sense.
You and I are a great deal alike in that respect. My dad came from Arkansas, my mother from West Virginia. My mother showed me a picture of her in her school. I won't say high school or grammar school because I don't think they had those things. And none of the kids had shoes. So, that's the kind of background we came from. And then, like you, they were hardworking people and made a life for themselves. And my daddy always said, David, we're put here on this earth to provide a better life for our children than we had.
Yeah, I would agree. I have my wife and I have two children. They're adults now, and they have their own families. But I always try to do that with my kids as well. And so far, everything's worked out well.
Right. Good. Well, let's talk about something really important. How about barbecue?
Oh my gosh! Well, I may make enemies here for you because I have definite opinions. And this is a Memphis debate.
Okay.
Who is the best? What is the best barbecue?
Fire away.
In my opinion, Leonard's is. I grew up in South Memphis.
As did I. We're learning a lot about each other here. I think we went to different schools together.
Grew up in Memphis, and the first barbecue I had was Leonard's. They were on McLemore, and my older sister, that was the hangout for the Southside friends then. And I grew up with that. And they have kept their quality up for 100 years. They are celebrating their 100th anniversary this year, and they are the oldest continuous barbecue restaurant in Memphis.
Wow. I remember going as a little kid. They had silver dollars embedded in the entrance to the building. And I'm looking at these silver dollars thinking, why can't I have one? Because that's money. But they were embedded. They've been there a long time. They were worn down and all that stuff. But I agree. Leonard's is one of the best. I have to also say there's a lot of other ones out there. Central Barbecue does a great job. Rendezvous is very different. It's well known. The rub is very different. We have Carol and I competed in barbecue for 12 years, and we're both certified barbecue judges.
Wonderful.
So we know
that's impressive.
We've gone from place to place to place judging, and I'll never forget. I was in, it might have been Pontotoc, Mississippi, judging a contest, and this guy came out and he told me he wanted to start a catering company, and I was judging shoulders, and he brought the shoulder out, and it was about the color of, it was kind of yellow, tan, and I'm going, okay. He said, I had this on the grill for a whole 6 hours, and I went, okay. Meanwhile, thinking, is there any part of this that I can eat that won't kill me? Because I can tell it's not done. So I did find a spot where I thought, well, I'm probably okay over here, and I tasted it. And I came back to him, which was my habit. I'll go back to the contestant to talk to him. And I said, you want to know what I thought? He said, yeah. I said, well, first of all, we competed in shoulders at that time, because it was 10 years, I think. And I said, from the time of preparation to the time of presentation is about 25 hours. 6 hours is not going to get it. And a judge is looking for a good bark on the outside that's tasty. You don't have any because it wasn't cooked long enough. Also, the bones won't pull out because it wasn't done. You could hurt somebody. So if you want to start a catering business, I suspect you ought to improve what you do there. Anyway, that's a long story, I know.
Absolutely.
But
that's all right.
That's the kind of stuff we ran across at barbecue. I'll also give a shout out to a friend of mine, Chuck Averwater. He's won all kinds of trophies and things with a rub that he makes called Smackers. Now, I know you know what Germantown Commissary is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Some of the best ribs around. And their rub is fantastic. But Smackers rivals it if it doesn't exceed it. And if you get a chance to try some Smackers, you should.
That's definitely good, man. Now, of course, I have my opinions, but, I do not fault anyone for having strong opinions about their favorite barbecue and barbecue places.
Absolutely.
Because I think that we can have a friendly debate any day with anyone in our city about that. And,
I think we all should be able to have a friendly debate about anything, but that's a whole other subject.
With you too. I fully agree. In politics, I try to promote that as well.
That's where it needs to be.
If we decide that our way is absolutely the only way and everything, we're just missing out on a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas, and a lot of things that can really.
I agree 100%. No one knows everything.
Absolutely.
I don't care how bright you are, how smart you are, what education you have. No one knows everything. But who is really Music City?
Well, of course, of course, it's Memphis. But,
it's Memphis. See, Music City, Memphis. MCM, Memphis Music City.
Okay, so this city here, Nashville, is the Country Music Center, and they own that, and that's fine.
Oh, absolutely.
But in Memphis, we first of all, a lot of it comes from poverty and suffering, and the poor folks from the fields outside, especially the African American population, came up and really defined the blues.
Right.
In Memphis,
Absolutely.
The blues.
Absolutely.
And a lot of that evolved, and soul music came out of the 50s and 60s and 70s, and even defines a lot of the music today.
Right.
And of course, a fusion of African American music, white music. We came to this thing called rock and roll.
Absolutely.
Established here.
Rock and roll belongs to Memphis, there's no doubt.
That's it. And you know, it came out of just different people coming together.
Have you seen the movie Elvis?
I have not yet.
Oh my gosh. Exactly what you're talking about, this movie demonstrates. And I knew that what you're talking about, soul music, blues, had a great influence on Elvis, but I didn't know how much. Okay, so it was a great movie. I'd hardly recommend it.
Well, I do remember Elvis. The legend is he would go to black churches when he was not supposed to.
Right?
Sneak in the balcony or wherever.
Absolutely.
And listen to that music. So he got the influence that music. He grew up in a country music area, North Mississippi, and all that fused together. And just a fantastic music that's popular all over the world,
Absolutely, no doubt. But no, nothing to take away from Nashville. Nashville is a great city. Absolutely, it's growing. There's cranes all over the place. They're building all the time and that sort of thing. Every time I come back, it's bigger than it was before. And Broadway Street, if you haven't done Broadway Street, you really should do Broadway Street. But we've gone on for quite a while now here.
Yeah.
Dwayne, do you have any parting words?
Oh my gosh. I'm just happy to be here for one thing. Happy to have David and Carol show me around and see this wonderful industry that they're in, and just want to. I'll just say one thing, because I'm in state government. A lot of people, especially in our area, aren't really knowledgeable about a lot of the things we do. I don't want to make politicians out of everybody. If people pay attention to their government, what they're doing for you, what maybe they're doing that's not in your interest. Let the people in government, your representatives, know what we should be doing.
Very well. Dwayne, thank you again for
David.
joining us.
Oh, it's my
We're
pleasure.
At World Workplace IFMA Nashville 2022. Until next time, David Merritt saying goodbye.